morning. I bet you guys don't know where I'm about to be. You do. It's Lowe's, my second home, unfortunately. But I am okay with it because wrapping up some stuff this weekend was a little bit off. Had to take some time off here and there to do some things behind the scenes, and Danielle's dad was in town and we hung out with them, and then, come on, Van, what you doing here? And then Danielle's family, they throw like a big hog roast every year for the last 50 years, which is crazy. Her grandpa started it 50 years ago with the buddy, and they do a big hog roast, and you donate money or Toys for Tot, and you get to eat all the food and everything, and it's a bunch of Green Bay Packer fans that do it. I'm trying to keep that sun out from blasting, but it is what it is. So we went and did that, and that was awesome. We took Reagan, and she did very, very well. She was the highlight of the whole thing. Everyone absolutely loved her, and she was grinning ear to ear until she wasn't, until she was kind of tired of it towards the very end. But it was a really, really good time, and took a little bit of time away from building. So I am here about to get to Lowe's to get some more stuff that I need to finish up to get a video out to you guys. I've said this a million times, and I mean it today. We're gonna make it work. I'm gonna set an alarm on my phone to remind me. We're going live tonight. We're gonna go live tonight, probably 5 or 6 p.m. somewhere in that area. It really depends on how Reagan is doing, how she is on her feeding schedule and stuff. So just be looking out for that time frame, and we're going to try to go live. We're not going to try to go live. We are going to go live. We're going to try to go live around 5 or 6-ish, maybe even closer to 7. It really depends, but in that time frame. It's been good. Been getting stuff done. I want to get a nice, solid video for you guys, which will probably come out Wednesday. It's just between doing everything, it's been a little crazy. I got to make it through this stoplight before I be looking at you guys, but it's been a little crazy, but it's just part of the life we're living right now. And at the end of the day, I'm just very excited on how everything is going, and to be able to have a little bit of free time. It's not really free time. We had to dedicate some time to go into the hog roast and stuff. We took the whole day off, and I told Danielle, I said, holy cow, this was amazing. It felt great. We don't really go out and do anything anymore. We don't really have the time or anything like that, and then especially with Reagan, it's a lot harder to accommodate things. That was the first time we went out with Reagan, and that was a little scary. Dang it, I was going to pull through. Well, I might be able to. A van pulled up. It was a little worrisome to take her somewhere because it's a lot of people wanting to touch her face and do all this stuff, and we are not into that. We want to make sure she's very good. This week we do have her 2-month checkup. I think this is what it's called. It's just like a wellness check, or I don't know what it's called, but basically, what is today? Today's the 20th, I think. I don't know. 21st she'll be 2 months, and it's the next day that we'll be going and getting her checked out, and we'll be able to know how much she weighs. We're guessing about 10 pounds, and she's definitely grown in size, that's for sure. She's like 1,000,000% grown in size. I do know that the lighting right here might be a little off. I swear, I promise, that it's 8:39 in the morning, and I ain't making this up, and it's not in the PM. Yeah, so it just made me giggle seeing the light on my face. I tried to avoid it, but it felt really, really good to have the comforts of a day off. And I know a lot of y'all say just take days off, whatever, but it's very difficult for us as YouTubers. If we take a day off, if you're a YouTuber and you do content like we do where you build, you really need like a whole day to edit if you want to put out a halfway decent video. Not a whole day, but you need to dedicate a day to editing, and then you need to dedicate a day, 2-3 days to building, depending on how much you're trying to get done and what you're doing. Sometimes it's easier to make progress, sometimes it's not. But when you take a whole day off, it doesn't just like, you don't just pause for a day. Now you're like a whole 1 to 2 days behind, and it's difficult when you live this lifestyle to take a real full day off. But having that day off and going and doing something normal, we haven't done something normal in forever. We haven't even gone to the hog roast together that they've done for the last 50 years since we've been together, because either Danielle was working or we were trying our hardest to build up a property and build a house and do all that stuff. And again, like I just said, taking days off of YouTube, which, especially when Danielle and I first started dating, we were posting constantly all the time. It's difficult. But now we're on our 5th year together and on YouTube together. It felt great, and I really liked it. I can't not deny that. We have been focused real hard on doing YouTube and building the career of YouTube and all that stuff, and we've had the options in the past to sell property and live at the house in town and with a fully paid off mortgage, and we never did it because we wanted a little bit of land. Clearly we like having our animals, we like having dirt bikes, 4-wheelers, be able to have a little bit of land to do stuff. But if we would have paid the mortgage off, even with Danielle working part-time and then me doing YouTube, even if the views went way down and I'm just doing like woodworking in the garage or something, we could have lived a very comfortable life. It just wouldn't have been fully what we wanted, but it would have been very enjoyable, and we wouldn't have stressed over the YouTube thing of trying to build it up as big as we can and do what we can, because our expenses would have been minimal. Pay, electric bill, gas bill, internet, some streaming services, cell phone bill, pretty much it. If we paid the mortgage off by selling the land we had, we would have lived a really good life, really comfortable life. It just wouldn't have been fully what exactly we wanted, but it could have been good. And going to that event yesterday, it really made me want and know that we need this in our life with the baby, to be able to take days off when we want and do what we want. So it was a good eye-opening experience for me, I guess, and it was a lot of fun. And also, I think not being able to do something for so long because we focused so hard on our careers, it really made us appreciate going to something that was an event like that, just hanging out, just eating one. The hog was delicious. I mean, they've done this for so long, they got it down. They have a big smoker that, I guess turns it, I don't know, or maybe they butterfly it and stick it on there. We didn't get to see the process, but it was delicious, and it lets us know. I'm very glad that we have land and we want to raise pigs, because soon we could be the ones that donate the pig for the family hog roast that's been around for 50 years. They used to do it kind of like at a house party-ish type situation, and then they did it more where you go outside a bar because it's for football. And then this year they did it outside of I don't really know Tulsa well enough, but an event center, and they did it in a parking garage, so you'd have enough room to park and have some shade, and which ended up being a little chilly. But to maybe bring it back to its roots one day where we can provide the place and a hog would be amazing. That'd be fun. And that's something Danielle's talked about for a long time. So, I don't know. Yesterday was a great day. A really good day for us. And Reagan did amazing. She slept so well. She handled all of it so well. She only got a little fussy here and there. Yesterday was just a really good day, and I told Danielle, I said, could you imagine if this was like our normal life, where we get to go out and enjoy life, and Reagan, has figured stuff out, and just, you talk about a dream come true. And so when I'm doing the daunting task of having to come to Lowe's again, and I hate coming to Lowe's. I love the Lowe's people, but I hate coming to Lowe's because that means we're spending money. It means I got to take my time to be in here rather than like with Danielle or Reagan or working or whatever. Yesterday was a good reminder that's like, hey, these times that you do the things you don't want to do is 100% worth it when you get to do the things that you want to do. And it makes it that much sweeter. It makes it that much better. And I'm very glad and grateful that we had yesterday, because it was a huge reminder of what we're doing and why we're doing it. And now when I'm working on the tiny house, it's a good reminder of, you're not just building, you're not just putting videos out, you're putting you and your family in a situation that you want to be in. And that is the best motivation there possibly could be. And you would think that every dad would think that way, but unfortunately there are deadbeat dads, and unfortunately there are men that don't man up, and I can't even fathom that. But for all the dads out there that do the things to sacrifice to make sure your family gets the things that you want, and yes, I know moms do it too, but I'm just speaking on dad's behalf, more power to you for making the hard decisions, for really putting in the effort to go to work when you don't want to go to work. I was speaking to one of Danielle's uncles, and he married into the family, and he said when they had their child that he still had to go to work, and he builds for a living, or he did at that time, and he said it was very difficult to do that and come home and everything was already taken care of. Everything was already done because his wife took care of it all. And it was a huge reminder of like, that's what we're doing. And Danielle's aunt and uncle, they live a good life. I need to sneeze so bad. They live a good, comfortable life because they worked hard and they sacrificed and they did the things they need to do. And it just kind of gave me a little glimpse into the future. And I don't think dads get enough credit. I'm very new to this, so I'm not talking about myself. But I don't think dads get a lot of credit. I think a lot of the conversations are normally on the mom, which is great. And I think they earned it. It's a lot of work. But I think a lot of dads get... they don't get the credit they deserve. And if you're a dad and you put your work as a priority when you know you didn't want to do it, but you knew you needed to provide for your family, I mean, that goes a long way. And nothing but respect. And this has nothing to do with like our situation. This is just something that I'm like seeing and realizing. And I think it goes underappreciated what sacrifices are made on the other end of being a parent. Clearly, raising a kid and being the mom, especially if you have to be a stay-at-home mom for a while, nothing but respect. It's a tough thing to do, and I see Danielle doing it, and I just couldn't imagine. That's one of the things that Danielle and I talk about all the time is like, how do these people do it that have multiple kids? It's crazy. But just everything seen yesterday and all the stuff happening and me coming here to Lowe's and stuff, I just have nothing but respect for the dads out there that man up and be a good dad and provide and do all the things. So, yeah, it's kind of where I'm at. I'm going to go in here and get what I need, come back out, get back to the property, build. Hopefully everything goes smooth. We'll be going live tonight, and then Wednesday I should have a video out, and I hope it's enough progress that you guys like it. It is a little bit different than what I did before, so I'm very happy with that, and I'm happy with the outcome of it so far. So I think it was a good move, and I think you guys will like it. So hopefully you guys have a great day, good Monday. We got a lot going on that we're doing with the build and behind the scenes and just our family and whatnot. So yeah, you guys will know everything shortly, and hopefully we see you in the live chat later, and hopefully you like the Crocker video. So peace.